begin with the debate over the stimulus plan with Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island and Republican Senator Kit Bond of Missouri. Gentlemen, let's hear, here's President Obama yesterday with NBC's Matt Lauer.
I've done extraordinary outreach, I think, to Republicans because they have some good ideas, and I want to make sure that those ideas are incorporated. I am confident that by the time we actually have the final package on the floor, that we are going to see substantial support, and people are going to say this is a serious effort. It has no earmarks. We're going to be trimming out things that are not relevant to putting people back to work right now.
And here's Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell reacting to what the president said. Here he is today.
I couldn't agree more. That's exactly where we need to end up. Of course, that's not where we are right now. We believe, Republicans, that a stimulus bill must fix the main problem first, and that's housing. That's how all of this began. We think you ought to go right at housing first.
Well, that's the great question. Senator Whitehouse, you're a Democrat, and this house of cards economically is falling all over us. People are losing their jobs right and left. 401ks are now 201ks and shrinking. And the question is, I think it's raised by McConnell of Kentucky, why not start with the housing crisis, the foreclosures, the problem people had of buying houses they can't afford, which led to this whole problem? Why not fix that first?
Well, I think we have three problems going on. We've got a significant problem in the financial sector, and the president, by asking for the second section of the TARP money and by promising to clean up the way that money is delivered, is addressing that. The second is the economic meltdown with people losing jobs, and so they're not buying, and so factories are laying off, and you've got that cycle going. This is designed to address that cycle. I think that's a very important cycle. The third one is the housing cycle, which is also, spun negative as housing values decline, dragging down other housing values. But to a certain extent, I think we've got to do this one at a time. This is where the president chose to start. It affects people all over this country who are losing their jobs. It affects the underlying strength of our economy. And I think, frankly, we're in the right place to start with this. We do have to address housing. We do have to address it soon. But I think we need to pass this piece of legislation sooner.
Senator Bond, your leader says start with housing if you're going to get the stimulus package to pass and to work. What do you say?
First, on this stimulus package that the Democrats have drafted, it stimulates the debt, it stimulates the growth of government jobs, and it doesn't stimulate the economy. When I look at this bill, I feel much like the mosquito in a nudist colony. There are so many targets, I don't know where to start. But it does drive up the debt. There are a tremendous number of things that are spending on Democratic priorities, but only about 6% is on infrastructure where they're shovel-ready projects. And we do need to address the credit crisis and housing, and I believe that there's not anything significant in this bill, nor do I think the TARP alone is going to fix the housing or the financial crisis.